one of them launch controls, man. Oh, mate! You're crazy, mate! Yeah. Yeah. Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to another high quality video vlog on the Golf. Yeah, the Golf. So welcome back. Now, it was really interesting getting your views and comments, guys. Keep them coming in. Very interesting, especially about the wheels. That was quite a good one, because you guys were, I'd say, in the majority going with me on these 18-inch Cadiz wheels, but some of you guys were very much pro Pretoria wheels. Again, great wheel, love the look of them. An interesting comment was about the weight of them and how the car drives with the different wheels on, and that particular guy preferred the 19-inch wheels. Cool, I too like them. But yeah, so that was that other video. Another guy was commenting on why the manual. Well, it was a cost thing, really. The manual worked out cheaper. You know, we can have that debate and talk manual versus DSG. Haven't ever driven the DSG, but it looks like a lot of fun, and it looks slightly quicker, which we all probably know, because you just can't change gear that quick. However, I was chatting to a buddy of mine who's a great mechanic, and he said, yep, DSG boxes are amazing, but if you miss the servicing schedules, if you don't get it right, they can, not always, but they can be temperamental. And obviously if a DSG box goes wrong, well, that can be quite expensive. But I've also seen guys doing stuff on the manual box and saying it's notchy, not the best manual box that they've ever driven. So you know what, there are going to be arguments for both, and you've got to find the one you enjoy and what works for you, and the manual worked for me. Anyway, this video is not about that. This video is about what am I doing? Whoa, what's that car doing? She's right in the middle of the road. This video is about launch control. Now, so again, I guess in part this goes back to the DSG manual conversation. The DSG box, I'm pretty sure, gives you that launch control feature. I've seen it on a few vids. Awesome. You know, if you are sitting at traffic lights and you want to get it into launch control and go, great. I'm not sure how often you do that, how often you'd maybe get it into drive or select launch control, floor it, sit there at 4,000 RPMs or whatever it sits you at, and then waiting for the light. Do you know what I mean? You probably won't use it that much, guys. If you've gone for the DSG and you've got a Golf with a DSG and you're using launch control, comment on the video and let me know how often and when it comes in handy. Whether you got the mates in the car and you go on, let's do launch control. But actually, realistically, would I sit at lights and set it all up and floor it? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I watched a few videos on this because I really couldn't get it. So every time I tried to get the revs up, it sat at 4,000, and it wouldn't go any further. And then as soon as I let the clutch out, it literally just sort of bogged down. It just went, killed all the revs instantly, and then took off. So essentially it was just nudging me off the line and then going. So I watched a lot of videos, and a lot of guys were saying stuff about how with a four-wheel drive car you've got to get the revs high. I can't remember the right way around, I was watching it. But with a smaller engine, so 2 litre, you need the revs. Do you know what? Can't remember. It was something like that. It was something like front wheel drive, larger engine. You don't need a lot of power to get you off the line, get the wheels turning, but a lot of revs. But with a smaller engine, 2 litre and 4-wheel drive, you've got to take it round to sort of 4 grand, 4,500 RPMs. Anyway, I got really sort of lost with all this, and then I realised that if you turn the traction control off, it allows you to rev higher. So actually traction control was limiting my standing start kind of revving, if that makes sense. So that was a little bit of a play around I've had to do with the car. And also I don't really do many launches from standing in the manual. As I say, it's a style thing or a driving thing that I just haven't done a lot of, like, you know, flooring the revs and then just dumping the clutch and going. I don't really drive like that. As I said earlier, I prefer to get it rolling and then floor it, or even like 2nd gear pulls, 3rd gear pulls, or 4th down to 3rd, stuff like that. But the ones that I have done have been okay. It still drops the revs. I'll show you another one in a minute. Well, I'll show you one in a minute. But I have noticed, as I said in the other video, if you do these too much and you get that bogging down, that clutch trying to get going, you soon smell the clutch in this Golf R in the manual, and I really don't want to burn a clutch out. So I'm not going to do a whole lot of these, but I just thought we'd have a chat about it, and you can leave your comments about advice on launching a manual, smaller, so a manual 2 litre turbo 4-wheel drive car like the Golf R, how you would go about launching that car, and give me some tips and advice, and maybe I'll try and use them in a second video and just see how I get on. But it's something I want to work on, but I'm not doing it loads, is what I'm saying. It's just not the way I drive. I don't do it like that, but the more gradual progressive acceleration is what I like, and off roundabouts and stuff like that. But we're still in the Golf R, still absolutely loving this car. It desperately needs a clean, but you know, drivability and all of that stuff, it's just been fantastic. So I'm coming up to a junction in a minute, and I will try and do a launch, and I'm actually going to try and do it at a right angle out of a junction, so it should be interesting. Might get a little bit of wheel spinach, but let's see. So I'm approaching the junction. Here it comes. I've been in London this week, fellas. I've been down in London. I like it in London town. That's about it. Right, here we go. Launch control. Traction control is off. There are no cars coming. There's just a huge lorry. I'm going to wait for that to go. I'm going to turn auto hold off because I don't want it. There's another car coming. I'm just going to wait because I want to get this right. Okay. I'm going to take the revs to about 4,000 and then I'm going to go for it. There's a few cars now. There's a few cars now. Alright, let's do this. Okay. Let's try that again. Oh yeah. I've got to be honest, I didn't smell any clutch. I'm not smelling clutch, and that actually felt quick. That was quick. I've not actually hit it before like that, and that recorded. Yes, I'm going to check that when I get home. We launched the car. Now, that's the first time I've done it at that sort of angle. That was a T-junction, hard lock on, and you heard the wheels didn't really spin. I felt a slight little bit of traction loss on the front right, but it soon sorted itself out, and we were away, and that actually felt very fast. I'm not joking, because I think after driving this car for a while, like anything, you get used to the speed. But that actually surprised me. That hooked up really quick. Again, the gearing on this is short, so probably a minus for the manual box, but a positive plus for the DSG would be that you've got launch control, but you've also got, I think, a better gear ratio, possibly, because in this, the gears are short, really short, and obviously the DSG is going to change so much quicker. But you can just touch 60 mile an hour in second gear, just. But you kind of, I don't know, it just feels short. The gears feel short. But there you go. Yeah, I was pleased with that one. So leave us some comments, like them if you like it, and do subscribe. Let's have one more go. That is a lot of fun. That actually is. You guys are going to know it, but with the traction control off, it feels like the power is just all going to the wheels. Like, it feels like there's no computer gigabytes just trying to control everything. It feels like it's just power on the wheels, away you go. I've not had it out of traction control actually that often. Thanks for watching, fellas. Thanks for enjoying the videos and being part of the Golf R posse. Now, that was the other thing I was thinking. Now, I'm wondering, so I'm in the Midlands, and I was wondering if we could get a Golf R meet. Now, there might already be one. I tried joining the Golf R the Golf R Owners Club, but I couldn't log on. Sometimes computers baffle me. But there might already be groups doing it. But I want to try and get a Golf R meetup. So if you're watching this and you're getting yourself a Golf R, or if you've already got one, or you know a mate who's got one, or whatever, I reckon we could get a load of us out. And not handbrake turns, because you can't do them in this, unfortunately, in a car park. You know, we're not trying to burn rubber, and we're just appreciating the car, talking about the car, just enjoying the Golf R. So maybe I'm going to try and look into getting a Golf R meet. I thought that might be quite cool. Anyway, that's it. That's the video. I've been Nathan. Thanks for watching, fellas, and that's about it. Tenham bom dia. Até mais.